Hello and welcome. We are live. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We've got Adam Chandler with us. How are you, Adam? Are you all right?
I'm well, thank you. Yeah, how are you?
I'm really good indeed. I'm very excited to be talking to you about video today. It's light camera engagement, social first video strategy, and video AI with Adam Chandler. Welcome to the Johnny Ross Fractional CMO podcast, where we bring you the brightest minds and the boldest ideas in marketing. Today, we're about to embark on a cinematic journey with a true visionary in the world of video marketing. Picture this. You're about to discover the art of captivating your audience through social first video, crafting winning video strategies and harnessing the incredible power of video AI. And who better to guide us through this journey than the founder of Real Film, Adam Chandler. Adam's journey through the world of video marketing has been nothing short of remarkable. From his early days working with industry giants like the BBC, ITV, and Channel 4 to collaborating with global names such as Netflix and Disney, Adam has become a force to reckon with. It's clear to see that Adam has a really strong vision in terms of sharing his wisdom, insights, and experiences in video. And we've worked together. Adam helped do one of my first show reels when we were, in fact, there was a catwalk going on at the same time, I think. And we're going back a few years. I was doing some social media and SEO talks on stage at the same time as a catwalk going on. It was interesting. We got some great footage, and in fact, it's still part of my show reel today. So thank you very much, Adam. It is.
And thank you for the intro. I think that's the best intro I've ever had. So thank you very much.
And we were joking. Anyone that's watching, by the way, so you might be listening on the podcast. Thank you so much for being here. You might well be watching, whether you're live with us right now. If you are, please do comment, or whether you're watching the replay on YouTube. We were just laughing in the green room right now. You know, Adam's quality of video is super high. But in terms of live video, well, it's questionable. If you're watching right now, Adam is how not to do live video.
I am on the move, so I'm on a random laptop.
We've got the light in the background. We've got the camera looking up at Adam. We've got not the best microphone, not the best speaker. It's a brilliant setup. But anyway, it's good fun. And more importantly, you wouldn't be employing Adam for live video. You'd be employing him for bloody good online website, social media, TV, film type video. Cinematic video is where Adam's focus is. So what we wanted to do was step straight into video strategy. This is about, businesses listening right now, whether it's a head of a marketing department or head of brand or or even a CEO of a company. We know we should be doing video. In fact, we may have even tried it. What makes a good video strategy, and what do businesses really need to think about for what's the essentials for a well-defined video strategy, and how does it contribute to their success? What are the things that they need to be thinking about when it comes to video strategy?
Yeah, I mean, the thing we always start at is why. So why are we doing this project? What is it? Is it to increase sales of something? Is it to improve efficiencies? Is it brand awareness? Why are we doing it? We always like to go that step back. Some people contact us and go, we want 3 product launch films. And that might be the correct thing to do. But for us, we need to understand why to know where this is going. Then when we've understood the why and the objectives and what we're doing, what we mean by strategy is, okay, where's it going? How are we making it? Is it a film? Is it an animation? Is it a blend of both? Is it one 60-second film? Is it 4 15-second pieces of content that are going out over time? Where's it going? Who do you want to watch it? How are we going to engage these people? So it's content that tailors to that audience. So really it's all that thinking, and then we come up with the strategy of, okay, we know all this information, we know what we want to achieve. This is how we feel is the best way to do it. And it's a very collaborative process, that.
So if you're thinking about sort of what are the steps to putting some kind of strategy together, where do you start? And, I think one of the issues that, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. A lot of people think, video, and they think expensive.
Yeah.
But I guess some of these people don't really value the true or get the true value of what video can achieve, I think, as well. And I think part of the strategy, you tell me, you're the expert, but part of the strategy is to try and get more out of just, don't just think of we're just going to film something for a 60-second video here, but actually, can we get more out of it? Can we do more on the same day? Can we repurpose? So I just want to talk about, what I'm just raising that, there is a cost and you do need to invest.
Yeah.
So bearing that in mind, what are the steps to putting some kind of video strategy together?
Yeah, there's different levels of investment. There are lower levels, there's really, really high levels, and ultimately it is about catering to that in a sense, because obviously budgets are not limitless most of the time. But putting that strategy together, that comes into it. It's okay, what budget's available? What are we able to do? What are your objectives? So first up, we'll find out, kind of like, what's the actual marketing strategy? How does that feed into the marketing plan? And how long are you wanting to get a piece of, like, how long are you going to want to use this content for? Is it a bit of a, we get it in, we use it over a week or two, it's a short burst and we absolutely hammer it? Or is it we want to use this content for the next 6 months, next year? So to give you an idea, we filmed a quite prestigious show for a big lifestyle brand. And they kind of said, look, we've got this opportunity. We want to get loads of content. We'd be silly not to do it. And we kind of went, well, it's an event, it's a show, it's a very live thing. But you want to get longevity from it. So we made from that, I think we shot for one day, we made about 30 pieces of content. Wow. And some was about their products, some was about people who were engaged with them, some was about their partners. And some of that content was live show content. Some of that content was about their product that was used in future, but it was filmed at the show because everyone was there. Some of it was kind of quite inspirational video that could be used for a long time to come across website, Instagram, LinkedIn, sales pitches all over the place. But it had that upfront thinking. We didn't just turn up to the show and go, we're just going to film loads of stuff. We put the strategy in place first of, this is the opportunity. Filming this could be used here, 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 and here. Let's go make the content with that person, shoot that product. And then we brought the whole strategy together. Yeah.
So I like the idea of considering how long you might want to use video for, whether it's just a short, sharp, it's just something for social today. And we're going to definitely be talking about social, by the way. If you're watching or listening right now, we are absolutely heading into what is called social first video. And I assume that's video for Instagram, for TikTok, Reels, all sorts of different stuff. We're definitely going to be diving into that, but keeping it sort of at the strategy level for now. One of the things you've talked about is the longevity of the video. What are the other steps there? What are the other things that you need to be thinking about? I quite like Excel sheets. I quite like plans. I quite like, what are the 5 things we need to think about to put some kind of strategy together? What else are give us some more steps?
Yeah. So something else is audience. Like who is the audience we're talking to here? If we're filming a product that's aimed at, let's say, 30 to 40-year-olds in an affluent area, let's say, why would we make content with the creative behind it and the style behind it that might appeal more to teenagers? And those people I've just spoken about, data shows they hang out on places like Instagram, LinkedIn, places like that. Whereas that younger teenager, it's more like TikTok, Snapchat, and a bit of Instagram as well. But understanding that audience and understanding where they hang out, but also the kind of things they want to see and the things that engage them in today's world is a part of the strategy. So doing that character profiling and really understanding that side of it before we get into any creative, anything like that of how we're going to make it. That's a big part of it as well.
So you might be thinking that you want a hero video for, let's say, the homepage of a website, the moment it loads. I'm not going to ask you to sell that to us because, first of all, I know you will be able to, but secondly, if people are listening or watching right now and don't believe in the value of potentially something like a hero video, then, it works. So perhaps, one of the things that you identify is we want a long-term, perhaps for the next year or two, a hero video on the homepage. How do you, in terms of these steps, so you come up with the audience, but how do you find ways of getting more out of that? Is that, help me understand how you can start thinking about how that could be repurposed and you could get more value out of it.
Yeah, so we want to fit into the wider strategy as well. So it's what other activities going on, what's in the plan. So for all we know, yeah, it might be a homepage hero video going on the website. But what if for that brand, a lot of people don't actually go onto their website? They're not going to get in front of a lot of eyes. So repurposing that you've mentioned is a big thing. So can we repurpose some of that to, say, YouTube ads, LinkedIn ads, and then some spends put behind them, but then that drives them to the website? Could it be repurposed to something to go in a newsletter or an email if they've got a large database and it gets sent out that way? And that's really what it's about. It's all these different avenues and channels. You might want to drive them to that landing page, but they might not find their own way there themselves. So we've got to push them there. And videos can do that. But it's putting videos in the right place, cutting the right way with the right call to action and the right imagery that engages that audience to send them to what that brand wants them to do, if they want them on the website, as you've just said. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is that actually by having a marketing strategy in place in the first place, that's going to then give you the ability to feed into that on where video could be used and how you could create effective video.
Oh, 100%. That's it. The marketing strategy is there, or the idea, and we're going, okay, well, this is how you can utilize video to boost whatever the business objectives are, or whatever you want to achieve, or anything like that. Yeah, we'll then come up with the strategy for video of how to do that.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about how to stand out in potentially what's seen as a crowded market now in terms of video. We're also going to be talking about video AI, my favorite subject at the moment, AI. I cannot get enough of it. And I'm very keen and interested to hear what how Adam's using AI in terms of video. But I want to step into social first video. So first of all, what is social first video? What does it mean? Why is it crucial in today's marketing landscape?
So social first video is quite simply video made for social. So what I mean by that is there used to be a habit of like, okay, we'll make a 2-minute video for a website. And then what we'll do is we'll go and snip all that up and make loads of different social assets. And we'll then get them across Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever it is. But really, that's from a video that was intended for a website. So naturally, that was never as powerful. You're repurposing content and there's value to that, but it's never as powerful. So social first video is going, okay, we've got a really active audience on Instagram. We've got a really active audience on TikTok, all the different social media channels. We're going to shoot and we're making content for Instagram. We're making it for TikTok, for Twitter or X, which it's now called. And that's really what it's about. It's not repurposing it. It's going with that platform in mind. And also with that, and this comes a little bit back to strategy, it's going, okay, well, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, all these places, different people hang out on different platforms. So actually you need a certain type of cut and message maybe for Instagram to engage those people. But to go engage people on LinkedIn, you need a completely different message and cut from the same shoot, the same content. And also you need to think about filming things vertical. So filming them so they can be 9:16, they can be cut into reels and that sort of thing. So we go to shoot with that mindset now, whereas before it used to be, we kind of did it after, if that makes sense. So that's what social first video is.
And in terms of the longevity, some of these videos, some people may well believe that, they're there for 24 hours and that's it. No one sees them again. I can't imagine people are coming to you for that type of content, and I can't imagine that we're talking about content that is only going to be there for 24 hours. So can you give me some real life examples of some of the stuff that you're doing, and in terms of how, imagine that, I'm a business and I'm thinking, okay, actually I do want to up our game on Instagram. I do want to up our game on TikTok. How would I engage with someone like yourself in terms of what it would look like for coming up with what we're going to deliver, but also how we're going to film it, and can we film the Instagram version on the same day as the TikTok version? How does it all work?
100%, yeah. So we've just finished a quite large project for a luxury bed brand, and in their brief was website videos, social videos, lots and lots of different things. But we split that brief up in production and in creative and go, well, they're not the same thing, so we need to make different things. So they had 10 beds that they wanted to make hero videos of, and then we had other videos which were like going to bed and lots of different more lifestyle stuff. So what we did is on the day, we just planned into our schedule, we planned into the creative, we planned into the upfront stuff. We need to film this hero bed. So we'll go film it, and we filmed it 16:9. And then the next shot we get, we move really far back so we can crop it at 9:16. And it's all shot on the same day, but we're collating lots of different content for different crops and different cuts. So it isn't like we're afterwards taking that bed and having to like crop it, and we're cutting off some of the pillars of it, and we're doing all that stuff to get it on Instagram, let's say as a story. That's been shot full frame. It's been shot very purposefully for it, that full bed is in that story. And it's shot in such a way that, like you've mentioned, yeah, like the one hit, that's 24 hours. We don't really do that. You know, we don't really do the stuff that's run and gun and here and now. But we work for a fabrics brand, and we do loads of product videos for them. And with every product shoot, they get Instagram content, they get reels, they get all sorts. And they're always, you know, they'll blast it when the product goes live. And then 3 months later, they might post the same story or reel again of that fabric. It looks beautiful, to just keep pushing it. So stuff can be repurposed and reused in that way as well.
And in your experience with some of the brands that you've worked with, some of the films that you've done, I'm thinking what works in terms of TikTok videos. So in terms of what engages, what cuts through the algorithm for some of the stuff that you're doing with some of the brands that you're working with, and some of the videos you're producing specifically. Let's do all the platforms perhaps. Talk to me how TikTok video is different to Instagram, and what you find works.
Yeah, so TikTok, short, sharp, punchy. Really, you're talking 6 to 10 seconds. That's what most things are.
6 to 10 seconds.
Yeah. This is for absolute ultimate engagement. Some videos start with like the logo up front or something like that. Bin that. You're not having that on TikTok. You're straight into it. That isn't saying there isn't a place for a longer form piece of content. But if you're a business and you want to engage in a short amount of time, 6 seconds, 10 seconds.
And are we talking... Oh, sorry to interrupt. Are we talking TikTok ads here, or are we talking just a talk, should we call it?
Yeah. Both. So ads, shorter the better. People don't really like watching ads. Ads are obviously coming up more and more on TikTok now, like they were always going to. They're becoming more and more prevalent, but ads are short. The actual just post. I was with someone the other month who does TikTok. You know, he was saying it's like 3 posts a day now is like the optimum. And I definitely find with video, 6 to 10 seconds is of professional video, that is.
Yeah.
If you're making it on your mobile phone, it's a bit more raw and authentic. You can get away with longer. But something quite professional, I think TikTok's still that platform where people, it's not new anymore, but it's also... it's got people on it who push against ads. Ultimately, that's why people move to a different platform sometimes, right? Because they're seeing too many ads and they go, I don't like this, I keep getting sold to. So when people see high quality professional video, they like it, but keep it short, get your message across. That first 2 to 3 seconds is key. Get your message in that first 2 to 3 seconds, let people know what it's about, and they can decide if they want to keep watching. And that's important.
Is it the same on Instagram, or is there any differences on Instagram then?
Instagram's different. So in Instagram, you can get away with a bit longer. But to give you an idea on stories, you want to be like 15 seconds max. There's data that's out that shows stories last 15 seconds and it moves on to the next story. I think maximum is what it is at the moment. If you move past 15 seconds, the current status with video, 70% of people don't watch the second story.
Okay.
So you keep that one video with that one message at 15 seconds. Reels can be a bit longer, but really you still want to be under 20, 30 seconds. People love to scroll, right? And it's that same thing. You want to, I was also at something else recently and they were saying, you now have an average when someone's scrolling of 2 seconds to get their attention. And if you don't get it in the 2 seconds, they've already scrolled past you. So for us, it's like, hit them in the first 2-3 seconds, get them engaged, but the video could be 20, 30 seconds, like let's say on Grid or something like that.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, I learn a lot through my children. I've got 5 of them, so why not? And one of the things that I find, just as you described there, is when I see some of them on the likes of TikTok, on the likes of YouTube Shorts, they are literally flicking their phone the entire time, every couple of seconds. They are, well, they go in and out of this, but sometimes it will be every couple of seconds they are flicking, and when you see it, you do need to take, as a business owner, as a head of marketing, you do need to take this on board and really consider what's going on in that first second or two. I wanted to talk to you about how to stand out, because the world's inundated with video content. People like myself have been shouting about video for many years. People much prefer video than image. People much prefer image than text. But we are getting quite saturated. So what sets apart truly compelling social first videos? Are there specific elements or strategies that contribute to the success? I mean, I certainly the thought of professional video on a platform like TikTok, I guess, must be one of the strategies.
Yeah, and a big thing is make it stand out, make it different.
Yeah, but how?
People love more people-focused stuff, right? Raw, honest, authentic, and just stuff that looks cool. I'll give you a great example of this. So we worked at the start of the year for a new tech product. It was a EV charging product, and if you see videos of like EV chargers, they're very samey. They're all quite samey. And we went down a different route with the creative on it. We went down pain versus gain. Someone having a horrible day with the old EV chargers, and someone having a great day with this client's EV charger. And it was very much, it wasn't a versus thing, but it was the life in comparison, and it was quite comical and quite comedic, and it's something the industry hadn't seen before. Now, this was a campaign for social. It got used all over, and it had some media buying and billboards and stuff like that. And the feedback from the client has been exceptional. It's potentially getting put for industry awards. It's stood out. They've had so many comments. It's had more eyes on it than most of the EV chargers. And it's just because it's a bit different, but also we got in people's faces with it, as in we got straight to the point. We got straight to the charger. We got straight to the comedy. We got straight to the pain, straight to the product. No messing about this. Look after the world, and we'll do this, and it's green, and all those messages are still in there, but it's done in a different way. And it stands out in that industry that it's been watched and it's been a success. So one of the key things is stand out. Don't do what everyone does because you think that's the right way, but make things human. That's a really big thing. People buy from people. I'm not saying sit in front of camera as an MD or whoever it is and start talking to camera, because no one wants to watch that. But it's about making things human, making things relatable, and making it seem accessible to everyone. And that's very much what we did in that, and had a massive success.
So I'm also hearing a bit of comedy, a bit of personality. You've talked quite a bit about product, direct to consumer, D2C. I'm wondering around business services, B2B. Any examples in terms of how to stand out from a service point of view? Go for it.
Yeah, it's very similar, right? So it's look different. Don't do the same old thing again, but to bring back the fabrics brands, they're a B2B. They sell to B2B businesses. We make their product look stunning, but we make it look stunning from second 1, right? We don't make it look stunning from second 10 as we're building up a story and doing something. And often with their product, we get straight to the product they're selling, and we've done interview films with them. We've done heritage films with them, but we put what they do at the front of it. And we put a creative behind it that shows that off in a really stunning way. It's got all the same stuff, the strategy, where's it going? And they pretty much now do a video for everything they do. That's a campaign, because they go, it works. You bring it to life and it works, whether it's a product film, whether it's a heritage film, whether it's a brand film, whether it's a communications piece, it works. And that's, does that kind of answer your question on that one?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Let's talk about video AI. I'm seeing that we're short on time. I very much want to get into video AI. How are you using AI in video? And what are some of the crazy things that you're making happen without people even realizing?
Yeah, so I'm like you. I love AI, and I at the start of the year got very, very excited by it. Started using it, and then had to kind of move back a little bit because realized it wasn't quite ready. But it's getting better and better all the time with everything that we do. And by wasn't ready, just wasn't ready in all areas. But it's constantly progressing. So, for example, let's take us now on film, right? If we film someone, and let's say we want to cut me out and put me on a different background, which is what you mentioned at the start. For an editor to do that themselves, with me moving around and doing all the stuff, it's really hard on video. And it's called rotoscoping. And really complex things could take a day, might take less, might take longer. We've got some AI now that we press one button and it does it in about 5 seconds flat. So the AI just does it for us. I'm cut out, I can be put anywhere, we've just saved a day. We've got other things where we could take a picture of something. So let's say we filmed a plant or a hot tub or something like that. And we've only got a picture, and for whatever reason, we don't have the shot. And we find months later we could do with a shot of this thing, but it's needed quick. We can put that photo into some software, and out the other end will spurt a 10-15 second video where the camera's moving, the plant's moving, the water's moving, whatever it is. And it looks like we genuinely filmed that scene for 15 seconds. And you would have no idea that AI did it. I mean, I've seen examples of a photo of a horse with someone on it, and then it's spurted out a 15-second clip of this horse galloping along sand with the person on it holding the hat and stuff. And the photo is nothing like that. It blows my mind. So that's some of the stuff we're doing, and there's lots more as well.
Does it doesn't sound like it does. Does it worry you, or I guess it excites you? Does it worry you as a videographer?
It doesn't worry me because I don't think it's quite there on creative yet. We and like sculpting it, and like we spoke about video strategy and all that, it will come. It isn't there yet. What actually worries me, being honest, short term is very much plagiarism. It's copyright. It's misconceptions. People doing bad things. So there's AI now, for example, that let's say we were on this call and we said something naughty or something we wish was deleted, or if someone else wanted us to sound like we've said something that we'd never said. We've got some software that essentially, as long as it's got half an hour to an hour of someone's voice, we can get it to say anything and match that person's lips. And in some ways it's good, because if we film a piece of internal communications and that whoever it is in front of camera has missed something key in their script that they wanted to say, or they thought about something as an afterthought, we go, oh, we can add that in if we have your permission. And no one will know it wasn't filmed. But also there's things coming out on the internet that people haven't said, and people are making it out that they've said it. And that is where I think AI is a little dangerous with video editing and what it's doing.
But the example you've given where you're doing an internal training or internal messaging to a staff team and something's been missed, or perhaps you've spent a full day doing a ton of filming for a hero video, whatever it might be, but you've missed that 3 seconds of message. The ability to add that in, I think, is really powerful.
Absolutely.
Is this I'm hearing that this should be all about embracing it, but being cautious.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I know there's a lot of talk out there about AI is going to take our jobs, it's going to do this, and it's going to do that. I think quite the opposite. I think AI is going to enhance what we do. I think we utilize it in the right way, it's going to be great. Some of it isn't. We've used AI for a few things and we've gone, oh, that doesn't look good. So we've had to do it ourselves. So it's not there with everything yet, but I think it's going to increase efficiencies. I think it's going to create more value. And I think it's about how we use it to make better work that does a better job for brands and businesses and helps them. That's the key thing. So we're trying not to get rid of it.
Yeah, and I think you hit the nail on the head there with in terms of enhancement, efficiency, productivity. It enhances what you do, and in fact, what I personally think is that if you don't embrace this, then you'll get left behind, and
100%.
competitors will overtake. And I think this is all about embracing.
Yeah, 100%. It is all about embracing it. I do truly believe those that don't, just what you said, will be left behind.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. What a great episode. We've talked about video strategy, social first video, video AI. Adam, if people are interested and want your services, maybe they want a really impressive video or video collection for their marketing strategy. Maybe they want something on TikTok or whatever it might be. Where do you hang out? Where's the best place to find you? What's your website? Where do people go?
Yeah, so the website is www.reel-film.co.uk, REEL, play on word with a reel. And I'm on LinkedIn as well. Really, DMs on LinkedIn. I'm always on there. So if someone wants to message me, that's a good place as well.
All the links will be in the show notes. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. We've dissected video strategy. We've looked at TikTok and Instagram videos, reels and story video, and how to incorporate video AI into your video strategy. Adam, thank you so much for taking time out to talk to us.
Thank you for having me.
If you're listening, if you're watching, thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to subscribe. I want people to, if you've got something out of this content, I want other people to get something out, and I don't want you to miss future enhancing content. So please do subscribe, hit the bell if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button if you're on the Apple Podcasts, etc. But thanks for being here. Watch out for the next episode. Adam, thank you. We'll see you soon. Take care. Cheers.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.